Good morning once again and welcome to this presentation. We are going to be handling letting go of comparison. And what is comparison? Comparison is that mental habit of measuring your worth, your progress, your abilities, and result against other people's or another person's journey or his achievement. It is using someone else's timeline, resources, visibility, or outcome as the standard for evaluating yourself. You understand? Comparison is when you take your worth, what you are doing, how far you have gone in your own journey, and you begin to compare it with another person's achievement. That is what comparison is all about. So our topic is letting go of comparison. So letting go of comparison is the conscious decision to stop evaluating yourself against another one's achievement. Is to stop evaluating yourself, pace, and potential through external reference and instead measure your growth by personal standard. So by the time you stop comparing yourself to other people's achievement and you start comparing it to your standard, that is when you have let comparison go. A good example is because somebody will say, I was able to pull because when I saw this person and I saw what they were doing, I I was motivated to come and do more. I am doing this because I saw this person doing it. Like I've introduced this thing in this my own because I saw this person doing it. I want to use this example and give the differences between comparison and how can I put it? I don't want to call it motivation. Yes, what I want to say is that there's a possibility of you doing something and you observe and watch somebody do something and you pick one thing from what he's doing and come and apply your own. You're applying because one, okay, when this person teaches, at the end of the day, he does some sort of question and answer. Yes, I've been doing question and answer. When this person does this, at the end of the week, he does something like a challenge, a quiz challenge, or how do we call it? Like a quiz challenge. It divide the student into two groups and they see who has won and they offer a prize. And you pick that one. You pick that one because you are picking it because that challenge at the end of every week of your teaching makes all the groups, make all the members of the, make all the team, make all the students to go and study because they know that if you don't answer the right question, you make our team not to win. And in that case, even for those who are far behind, as you have grouped them into group works, they will be able to revise within them so that when they pick anybody to answer on behalf of the group, the person should be able to give a right answer so that will bring points to the team. That is why you are copying it to implement in your own because you have seen that it improves the performance of even the lowest student in the class. That is why you are taking it. It's not comparison. It is not comparison. You have evaluated what the person is doing and it has matched your standard and you know that it's going to lead to increase in influence and growth in somebody's life as far as your teaching is concerned. That is why you are implementing it because you have seen that that thing also has a positive impact on what you do. You have picked it from another person's journey and you have brought it. You understand? It's not that type of comparison that you say that because I am operating regionally and this person is going nationally, I must start going nationally. That is comparison now. Comparison comes in when you are still, your strength is still at the regional level and you want to go national because you have seen that somebody has gone national. You have forgotten that the person started far behind. There are things that the person was doing that you are not aware. excuse. That is comparison. I think these two examples should make us to know what we are really talking about. So, mm, mm, so letting go of comparison doesn't mean you stop seeing others succeed. It means that success no longer defines your identity, confidence, or direction. Letting go of comparison is not weakness; it is an emotional maturity. So it doesn't when you stop comparing, it doesn't stop you. You will be aware that this person that maybe we are living in the same niche is already operating at the national level. You know he has succeeded. When you people stand to talk or when you are in a gathering and you meet those that are already operating at national level, you know you come closer to them to greet them because you know that there are a lot of things that you are learning. You even try to get discussion with them so that they will just tell you the challenges that are faced that will help you just to skip those places and move faster. They they tend to be somehow like mentors to you because they are ahead of you and they are seeing what they there are holes that they will enter inside that they will just tell you no, don't go this way. The shortest way to do this. To have this document for your this, you go this way, I went this way, and you will not follow the long path he went through. You understand? So it means that it has not stopped you to see somebody succeed. It has not stopped you from seeing that people are succeeding around you. But you are learning from them. You are not comparing to say, because you want to do and because you want to legalize your company, I must legalize my own. Because you know that is not what we are saying. So I think with this one again, we have to understand better what comparison is all about. Why comparison is dangerous in the mindset journey. Mindset journey is about identity formation, habit alignment, and self-trust. Comparison attack all these three. It distorts your self-perception, which is your identity. Comparison will make you feel behind even when you are improving. It makes you not to encourage yourself, it makes you not to trust yourself. It makes you start telling yourself that you are nothing. Since you started getting up every day, since you say you are reading 2 hours, look at where you are. These are people who are already ahead of you. You are doing nothing. And when you start like that, it will discourage you and it will distort your consistency. When you start talking to yourself like this, you discover that you will say, it's like this thing is not. You will go back to all these things that we were decoding like that. You go back to the inner voice that says, maybe this thing is not meant for you. Look at Caesar Day, you are still at this level. Look at Caesar Day, you are still at 100 followers. Maybe this thing is not for you. Better you should just. That comparison will weigh you down the same way as inner or limiting belief will weigh you down. That's one thing you should know. Comparison will weigh you down the same as limiting belief, inner voices, negative inner voices will weigh you down. It breaks discipline. When you feel inferior, effort feels pointless. I mentioned that. But once you begin to compare, you feel inferior. It will break your discipline. Because of the reason I've just said. You see that effort is not producing any result. You begin to sabotage yourself. You are nothing. Look at where people are. You are failed again. Since that day, you are still at this level. It replaces purpose with pressure. Yes, you will live now what your purpose, and you start seeing where you can wrap it up and let it show that you have already gone far. So that is it. Pray against comparison because this one is not coming from the Bible, so that somebody will say that I don't believe in the Bible. It is talking about our characters in the quarters, our characters in everywhere we find ourselves. Comparison is not good because these are the things it will do to you. The root it will make you to start losing your purpose and begin to follow pressure. You will not be focused. You'll be very busy but doing nothing because you are running after people's success and you want to see what will make you to go ahead, not seeing what will take, not seeing what impact that you create to get to that level. So the root cause of comparison, where is this comparison really coming from? It's coming from when you don't sit down and know who you are. So if you did not, you were not still clear about what identity is all about, go and do it again, because if you don't know who you are, anything can remove you from your path. And that one of those things is comparison. Know who you are so that when you see the ones that is not you, will not look at it. Even if you look at it, it will not impress you. You look at it because eyes don't have boundary. You will not be not be looking at it because you want to compare. Understand personal standard. When you don't have standard, we have to have a standard too. If you did not understand standard or you did not set a standard, go back and set them. Because you are too much seeing people going ahead, that should not make you think that you are inferior. Because I remember there was a time this singer called Akon. Akon were those musicians that they will call them to come and do opening ceremony of World Cups, of African Cups of Nations, and so on. But there comes a time that Akon is also sitting and watching Davido do the same in the same position that he was doing. You understand? That has not stopped the fact that Akon did his part. He remains the icon. If a journalist can notice Akon in the stadium where Davido is the one opening the ceremony, he will mention that the Akon who did this in this, that. Because they are in the same niche, but their growth has different seasons. So ever exposure to other people's highlight reels is not intimidating. Even if Akon did opening ceremony for both African and World 10, and Davido comes and do 20, he will not, he will not be. Davido will always see Akon as that hero who laid the path for them. And Akon will be telling Davido, congratulations, things are really easy with you people this time around. Anybody who does not succeed is lazy because these are the steps we went through. We went through before we do this. But today, look at, he will be comparing the old system and the good system for you people to appreciate and know that you have a higher chance of doubling the result. You will never see, you understand? I should not say more than this. You have already understand. You have already understand. So that is it. Because this comparison can happen at any level. Somebody will say, I thought I was the biggest star. Another one is coming up and he wants to defeat me. He wants to defeat me. He wants to defeat me. That's not it. You should take it the way we are talking. Let it be that Akon is still an hero, but Davido has come behind and has performed more than him, or many times more than him. And let it begin to say that is good. Thank you for using all the opportunities I have. At this level, I was the best because I did all my best. But look at the stress I went through. See the way people have the opportunity of having it easy these days. And they will stand now to encourage the upcoming artists. That is more possible with you people more than us. You understand? So letting go of comparison does what letting go of comparison does to your mind. It restore your focus because we said one of the things that will make somebody to start jumping and comparing himself, putting pressure on himself is because he has lost his identity. When you have no identity, you always have focus. You will restore your identity and automatically your focus. It builds emotional stability. That pressure, that that breathing, that fast breathing will stop. You stop riding emotional highs and lows based on other people's success or failure. Why? And with this comparison, you tend to comparison is a very bad thing because once you compare, you tend to be happy when somebody is failing, especially somebody whose success was intimidating. You can you imagine? You become somebody that celebrates people's failure. You're happy. And that's how jealousy will come in. Try by all means to avoid comparison because it has a very negative impact. And I thank God this thing is not coming from the Bible. They are just mere values in the society. Because if it was come from the Bible, somebody would have taken it as if it's spiritual. It's not spiritual. When you compare, you begin to be happy when you see those that were their success were intimidating you failing. You begin to be happy. So jealousy will step in. You're angry when they succeed further. You're happy when they stand up. happy. After you start giving them name calling will also come inside. It strengthens self-trust, it improves consistency. How to let go of comparison. Shift your measurement system. Stop asking, am I ahead or behind of him or her? Start asking, am I aligned with my values and habits? Growth is measured in consistency, not in comparison. Define personal standard. Again, go back and define your standard. What do you stand for? Comparison fills the gap. Set standard for daily discipline, learning, character, and effort. Stand, reframe external success. Other people's success is not an insult, it is evidence of possibility. Instead of envy, ask what principle can I learn here? Yeah, I have explained all these things in the example I was giving. What can I learn from here? What can I learn from here? That should be the ultimate goal. Should not be this type of evil word that you will be saying. Uh, stop as am I ahead or behind? That's bad. Control your input. Your mind is shaped by what you repeatedly consume. It will help you to control your input. So reduce comparison triggers content, increases the effective time and spend more hours reading than watching. That's it. When you stop comparing, you spend time building. You don't spend time watching what they are doing so that you be angry or begin to compare that. Look at what he's doing. He's doing this, oh, me, I cannot do. Oh. Instead of watching and comparing and getting angry, you are working. It helps you to practice self-reflection over self-criticism. Reflection improves behavior. Criticism attack identity. One grows you, the other shrinks you. You understand? One will make you to grow, another one will shrink you. Respect timing and season. Some people are visible because they started earlier. Some are loud because they are in harvest season. They planted and they're harvesting. You who have just started tilling to plant, you already comparing. Anchor your identity daily. Remind yourself, who am I becoming? Why I started? What I'm building? Clarity dissolves comparison. Comparison is a habit. Focus is a habit. Confidence is a habit. You cannot eliminate comparison overnight, but you can overgrow it through awareness, discipline, and identity alignment. Try by all means to live this life the way we are learning today. Comparison will rip you, will frustrate you, will cause you to commit suicide. You are not behind, you are not inferior, you are not late, you are in progress. When you stop comparing, you start becoming. When you become consistent, results follow naturally. So that is it. Please begin to tell people about this 30 days mindset journey and say, tell them that cohort 2, registration for cohort 2 is already open. Registration for cohort 2 is already open. Let them know, and I'm going to send, I don't know if I'll have time to make a flyer, but I think I'm going to send a message with a link for people to help and send to them to join the class so that they will register, because classes is starting 1st of February. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Don't forget to send your recap and what this journey has been all about to you.